CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.
Whew! That took a little while, didn't it? We are here. It is the StarSeries Season 4 European Qualifier, and yeah, guys, it's taken a little bit of time for us to get to this point. Unfortunately, we had some technical issues. We've had players not quite able to get on the server and having internet troubles all the way through. So hopefully all of that is now sorted out, and we'll be going into our matchup, which is going to be Big versus Vega Squadron, of course. We are starting off in our quarterfinal phase, so you win 2 best-of-3s, and you are through to the LAN finals. There's 2 spots for Europeans, so that final match will be played for seeding. So we've already seen teams yesterday. You want the ping? There's the ping. Oh, Mir is, he's in a little bit of trouble here. So is Chopper, actually. But, yeah, the matches yesterday, we saw Heroic take the victory, and actually Envious managing to beat out Space Soldiers with 2 stand-ins, which is, I have to say, pretty impressive for me. But, yeah, now we have Big versus Vega Squadron. 2 teams at sort of different scopes, I suppose. One who was sort of expected not to do too much at the minor and managed to, like, bring themselves, well, not the minor, the major qualifier, or whatever it's now called, and, managed to sort of pull off something a little bit crazy and get themselves through and have some upsets along the way. And then Big, a team that came in as legends and really didn't perform too well. I think they only managed to win a single map. So definitely looking to try and bounce back here and get themselves through to another big tournament. Either way, we are going on to our first map, which will be Mirage. And it is the choice, no surprise, of Vega Squadron, a map where they really showed their stuff. Hello. Hello, hello, best game. Oh god, that name triggers me hard, I won't lie. But yeah, a map where normally I actually like to see Vega more so on the CT side, a lot of aggression coming out from them, but they will not have that start. They're going to be on the T side. JR picking up actually a P250 along with the smoke and the Molotov. Obviously the P250 was dropped over to him because he can't quite have that much money going into this pistol round. Chopper will be left with a flashbang, and then the rest of the team are just going to have Kevlar, and already dinked up low will be Legia, who does have the kit and the smoke, so he doesn't really want to be going down so early on. Hey Dubs, how's it going? Can you show the pings? I did show the pigs. It's very, very good for the Germans, and let's ignore that. The Russian guys have definitely taken the hit. We'll see how it affects them. Smoke goes down onto the site. Looking to try and get that sort of safe plant in, and a lot of damage already being done to this CT side. Another couple of kills going the way of the T's, and as said, that smoke just enabling them to go for a very open plant indeed. But there goes God B. Not normally the man to frag, but he's picked up 2 quick kills, which he left to trade, and leaves only Kiev remaining. The man late to the party turns up, manages 1, and has done a lot of damage onto Chopper as well, who doesn't have any armor, very low on HP. Have they found that kit? Answer at the moment is no. They need to go and find that. Kiev doesn't have a whole lot of time, but actually running straight out into the open. Chopper not in the greatest position for that plant, and Kiev is going to manage to win the first round.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
I do have to say, considering where the bomb was planted, a little bit of an interesting... Oh, here we go. It wouldn't be Vega Squadron, would it? We've got 1, 2, and 3 MAC-10s. They're coming straight back in with a buy. They got the bomb down in the last round. I do think Big may have seen this coming. They've gone for 3 rifles, although the FAMAS... Well, it's definitely not the best of the rifle group. Arguably the worst, although maybe the Galil, depending what way you look at it. But here we go, straight in towards that B site. The MAC-10's looking to try and lead the charge, but it will be Kiev with the MP9 to start things off. Next, helping him clean things up, and it's looking like this MAC-10 buy has been an absolute failure. So many players here. They will actually get a second, so at least some money made. But JR, 8 HP. And Keeve will finish him off as well. Nice round from Big. They shut down this early buy from Vega Squadron. It doesn't work out at all. Now they will just have to save the rest of their money. As said, Hutchie manages to make a little bit extra. So he'll have 3,100, adding in maybe a kill. And if, well, actually, that's the point. 2,400, he'll be able to actually drop an AWP. So that is quite valuable, depending on if he'll buy something like a Deagle here. It's actually going to be absolutely nothing. There we go, though. Palace push, aim of the game, get the bomb down. That's pretty much it. Trying to deny them. Does get dinked up fairly early on, and straight away just the bomb plant being attempted, but it will be denied. Nice little quad kill for God B. Make sure he keeps himself alive, and more importantly, stops them getting that bomb plant. But as said, if desired, we could see an AWP dropped over to JR, but they're not going to do it. They're actually going to stick and get the extra utility instead. God B. He's padded his stats a little bit. It's a nice start for Mr. B. Keeve as well, 5 and 0. This is where things really get interesting. A push up mid. Legia going to be leading that charge, but actually loses the battle versus Mir. A second and a third quickly come in, and that is Big being completely dismantled. Chopper, even going to find one more on God B. Well, you got 4 last round. And you get 5 in this one? He's got 1, but he's already down to 15 HP. I'm going to put that as a resounding no straight off the bat. I'd be very, very surprised if God B managed to clutch this one out. Money, it's actually not too bad. They'll be able to buy into the next round. There you go. Chopper closes things down. 4 players surviving for Vega Squadron, so they're going to make a decent amount of cash as well. Will be a first round on the board for Vega Squadron. There we go. The double AWP setup straight in for the CT side. Heavy investment. Is actually going to be the one playing towards middle. Eve on short. May just get his opener, but actually misses. It looked like a surefire kill for the AWP of the team. Does do some damage with the nade at least. To be like a nice flick upwards though. JR's out of the round. And it will be that first pick eventually coming in. And a second as well. They still haven't cleared off the man from short. The smoke doesn't obscure Keeve's vision at all. And now the T's have to look to try and just rotate back in. A decent position from the CT side. You got God B deep in the site, and then the other 2 players just going to start rotating back around towards A. The ramp push is coming in with a little bit of presence from Palace as well. Gonna try and sneak their way out. The thing is, though, it seems like the CT side have a pretty good read on the situation, but nice entry to start things off. Cross being held from Tabson, only manages 1, and now it is all down to Legia in the back of the site with that AWP. A lot of work left to do. Bomb looking to try and cross over, and while Keeve will stop the first, the double AWP setup really doing work in this round. 4 kills between them. Now, well, I said that there was a bit of money saved up for Vega Squadron by keeping 4 players alive. Now they have to buy up whatever they can. They've got a Deagle onto Chopper, which, as we know from the CIS scene, the Deagle is still as deadly as pretty much any other weapon on the server. However, going to be up against these AWPs, and Legia is going for the early pick once again. A little bit hesitant, but completely blind. That'll be an easy kill. JR is the first to fall once more. Play looking inevitable. Next is going to be the man closest to the action. He does have support as well from Keeve with the AWP, and actually finds that first kill once again on the site. Mir has managed one across the other side of the map, and is going to be looking to just try and come in on the flank. I think Tabson has spotted his position. All the information is gathered, and the question is now, do they actually dedicate themselves to B? Do they continue to push, or are they actually going to look to rotate? And, well, Mir looking for that anti-flash position, unfortunately gets caught out by Tabson just pushing in dry. Sometimes going in dry can work out, ladies and gentlemen. Who knew? X. Still just waiting patiently. Looking like the bomb may try and be a little bit sneaky here. Chopper just lurking around in the smoke. There's still multiple players on this angle, but Next will just walk into his crosshairs. So there's a first entry. Keeve misses the shot with the AWP, and actually a chance is given. Turned into a 2 versus 2. Tabson, he's heard the bomb going down. He knows the position of one of the players. If he can take down either, this will make things so much easier for his team. Hutchie, now the only one left, turns it into a 1 versus 1. And now God B is all that remains of the defense. Knows exactly where his opponent is, but Hutchie will win it. 3 kills for him in the round. Vega Squadron stealing 1 back. And now it's big with no money at all. Not going to see the force back in. Probably not an ideal situation for the CT side. Aggression coming out from God B. We have seen some pretty decent work recently, and that's a lovely flash. Bomb dropped. And actually no trade. I'm quite surprised by this. Yeah, just lurking around in the smoke. The gap between the two should net him a frag. Although his opponent is still trying to shoot back through himself. Keeve isn't going to be able to find anything. And actually, they're going to go pushing into middle. God B still aggressive through the smoke. Gets a second. He's the one making all the plays at the moment. This is very, very worrying. The CZs have done more than enough in this round. They've even retrieved a couple of AKs. God B gets his 3rd kill of the round. What is going on? Have him and Tabson switched places? They've decided different roles are necessary. God B is going to be the star. And Tabson is just going to take a back seat. 11 and 4. What has God B had for breakfast? I asked that question yesterday about Scream, but God B's in God mode. What's going on there? Oh, I wonder what he called. It's just like, right, the tactic this round, guys, is I'm going to kill everyone, and you're going to watch in awe. Either way, it's now the force buy back. It's force buy wars as we see the rounds go backwards and forwards to either side, with Big definitely in the advantage this time. However, I thought the same in the previous round. I thought that this would be Vega's chance to... Okay, here's the running boost. Try and cross him over. Legia actually gets tagged by the scout and is now very low on HP. Unfortunately, don't have any utility to actually force him out of that position. Be playing nice and patient. Tabson will be there to support, but actually he goes down. So that is a rifle in play. The bomb's going to go switching towards that B site. However, Nex, I think he's heard all the footsteps. JR just running along with that scout in hand. That nade may do a nasty chunk of damage, down to 67 HP. Still got the Galil, not ideal, but a headshot will do. Is it for sure God B? 007? Nobody. Nobody. Insomnia. Nobody. I'm still looking for some sort of an opening. They have managed to retrieve an AK-47 onto Chopper. Can be the man to make all the difference at times. Definitely had some decent rounds. Saw them... Well, actually, I think the overpass game versus G2 really showed what this guy can do. Even if they did lose. Shot from JR, though. Straight through the box. Leggy is down. Rotation will be coming in. God B's on the scene. Should have spotted the scope as well. It was a little bit of a glimpse giving away JR's position. Who is just going to jump up onto the box. Still using that scout push. Back towards the site. JR managing to get another one. God B still trying to get back in, and the flash will work. But it's a trade all the way from short. Leaving just Nex alone. It's looking like the force buy wars will continue just that little bit longer. And Nex can do something impressive here. Time being bought. He has managed to find a kit. I think he may just look to try and save something else. There is an AK to be had. The bomb's going off. And it has been around stolen by Vega Squadron once again.
Terrorists win.
London major waiting room. I hope the major's in London. Pause has been called. Are going to see the buy back up. Big actually not doing too badly in this situation. They've got the AWP in play. I imagine that's going to be thrown to somebody else. Unless God B really is he's like, okay, I'm Star, I'm Orpa. You guys just watch. But no, he's actually going to give it to Legia. Not Keeve. Has he got a better spawn? No. Habson actually has the worst spawn. Keeve actually has a pretty good spawn for A. That's interesting. I suppose he does have a slightly better spawn for middle. Yeah, if you're really pushing it. Then Keeve is going to be the one on nothing. Okay, they still have a decent amount of rifles. It's not too bad. Keeve literally has nothing. He has a deagle. There we go. Once again, T-side just going straight into mid. The ult playing a much more passive role. And this has worked for Legia so far. He's managed to get that wonderful flick onto Cat. Other than that, I haven't seen too much from him. 4 and 4 at the moment. It's still God B leading the charge. And yeah, Keeve 9 and 3. I don't really know why he doesn't have the AWP here. Especially if there was no spawn-based aggression. Maybe they just decided, okay, Keeve can drop a rifle. I am from London. Pity that I am not among the top casters. Soon. Don't worry. I'll get there. Oh, Legia's been spotted. And that AWP is going to have absolutely no impact in this round. Quick connector control taken. Actually, the rotation off from Nex. Maybe the wrong call as the bomb is currently making its way towards the B site. Keeve has just a deagle. No armor, no nades, no kit, no nothing. And he may be the only defense of this B site at the moment. This is not the way the round should have gone for Big. They've gambled heavily. Let's see what Keeve can do. The rotation is coming back in. He's actually not been spotted, but he completely misses the shots. Now running back in his next. He'll get one, but the trade is so quick from the T side. And this leaves, well, just Mr. B. Fortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to do too much in this situation. Why G2 are not in this tournament? They're actually invited. They've got a direct invite. I thought you were from Brighton because you brighten up my day. Now that is a chat line and a half. If you were in the room, my trousers would already be off. Where is Henry G from? I actually don't know the answer to that. My favorite team probably is G2. Thank you, Insomnia, for posting all the invited teams. I think the Asian qualifier is already done as well. And if you are up late, unlike me, the NA qualifier will actually be done by Mega Man. So Mega Man has come back to do some of the American casting for us. So that'll be cool. So yeah, plenty of Counter-Strike. WSG starting tomorrow as well, which is more NA stuff. So for you EU guys like me, it's gonna be tough. I'm your 9th favorite caster. Someone said I was their 8th, so I've taken a step down for you at least, but that's not bad. Here we go, aggression into middle. Only the 1M4. Got B looking to try and do some damage, and he will. That's support from Keeve as well. That's a pretty damn good trade at the beginning of the round, and they've found another. These pistols are doing better than the rifles. Hey, Valve. Hey. Knock, knock. It's Tom. I'm outside your door. Can we get the rifles being better than the pistols, please? You know, the guns that you actually have to pay money for. Too much to ask. There we go, Chopper, though. He will be able to take down Legia. They've actually got a decent chance in this round. Nice shot from Chopper again. Just instant headshots. Abson will return in favor, and the AWP is not the best gun to have, even when it's against unarmored players, but he will hit the first shot. Got B looking to try and find the trade, and he will. Once again, it's Mr. B leading the way, as it will be 6-4. Bomb going down will actually give enough money for Vega to get some sort of a buy in this next round. But yeah, this game is broken. 1 rifle, some pistols. That's enough. That's enough. Got the best tier 1.5 card. I'll take that. No, do you know what I think? With 100 Thieves, what I would think would be really cool. So, or just really weird. I tweeted it earlier. But So there's a rumor that SK are going to go to Immortals. So it's like there's one player that they want, and the other 4 are going to join them. So it's like, obviously, they want to be with Bolts, who currently still plays for Immortals, and then they're going to join him. And then, wouldn't it be cool if 100 Thieves then joined SK so they could play with Phelps? And just the 4 players join the 1. It'd be really weird. Either way, that's enough weird theorizing from me. Now back into the round, we got the favorite weapon of Vega Squadron, the MAC-10. They don't have any skins though. No skins on the MAC-10. One man will be here again, next alone. Yeah, Poseidon. Very slow round coming out from Vega Squadron. Maybe expecting some aggression. To be fair, there is a little bit of aggression. It's actually an anti-flash position from Tabson, who's gone all the way to the top of mid. Burning will be Kiev, and he's completely smoked off. But this is actually just a bit of a bamboozle. Hutchi's run in. He had the MAC-10. Didn't have too much to lose as they switch back to A, but I do think they may have gone just that little bit too slow. Chopper now looking to try and sneak out. The rotation's already back from Legia, so they haven't quite got this right. And the spot from Tabson, he's all the way in the flank. They need to move very quickly indeed. This time, though, God B gets nothing done, but these flanks are going to be so valuable. Another shot from Chopper will take the head off. It really is just Chopper versus the world at the moment. He is on form, but will they expect this flank so soon? No, they will not. Mir goes down. Back to a 3 versus 3. Still watching from short will be Kiev. They do have to get their running shoes on. They don't have a whole lot of time. Smoke going to go towards the Bond. Tabson finds another, but there's still the man in Palace they have to worry about. And Chopper gets his 3rd kill of the round, leaving just Kiev. He'll fall to JR, and that's another round back. This is somewhat ludicrous. Just both teams really struggling to string rounds. And once again, Big, they have no butt. The rumor with SK was that they didn't buy a house or something for the players. If that's genuinely the reason that they're losing the best team in the world, I'm in shock. Let's see. Can Vega Squadron beat the Pistols? That's the question I have. Here on the recent roster changes, I think Config being benched, like, I don't know what the personal reason is, so I can't really comment on that. But if he was actually benched, that's insane. What is... Has JR timed out? Because... what is he looking at? Like, this is a very obscure angle, I will say. The fact is, if anybody... Look, let's just watch what Tabson does. No, there we go. I think JR may have gone. Because a little bit interesting. Either way, the rest of the team are going in towards B. That's a free AWP for Tabson. He doesn't know it. Kiev will, however, go down. And there we go. Tabson is going to retrieve that AWP. I just... I don't know what just happened to JR. I was looking at that, like... I've seen interesting angles, but that's a new one. That's a new one. Mir looking to just clean things up. Of course, for Tabson, this is great news. Free AWP. Okay, JR has now actually dropped from the server. I was worrying if maybe he just like really needed the toilet, didn't want to call a pause. The rest of the team just looking for exits. Trying to defend that AWP. Tabson will be able to actually find an AK as well. So this is just free money going into the accounts. Kiev actually full bought into this round, which is a bit interesting, but it may actually work out for them. And there you go. Pause going to be called. When is the top teams matches? Well, hey, Amelia is good enough. I think the LAN event starts on the 17th. And that will run, I think, for 8 days. It's going to be a Swiss best of 3s. I think it's 2 wins and you're through, 2 losses and you're out. So I'm loving the sound of that format. Obviously, it takes a lot of days to actually complete it all, but I think it's a really cool format. The way 6-6, even Stevens. February 17th to the 20th. Oh, yeah, see, an 8-day event. CS Summit is at the 8th. Show the ping. There you go. I think Mir will be the real difference maker, because you can see Chopper still making similar plays to what he normally does, just running in, popping heads. But Mir is no. If you pick a consistent star in this team, this is the man. This is the man you want. So him being on 85 ping is definitely gonna be a problem, especially as 85 on the scoreboard normally means it's a little bit higher for him, and that sucks. That sucks. JR's back again. How are your friends? Spy will be coming in from the CT side. Not overly surprised by this. They managed to save a couple of weapons, a free AWP. Tabson's actually going to keep the AWP. So Kiev still doesn't have an AWP. They have 2 AWPs and Kiev has neither. Interesting. Interesting's the word I'll use. Tabson. Maybe he shouldn't have the AWP. He flicks, misses. It's not going to be that opening kill that he'd so desired. He's still there. He's still going for it. Mir is flashed in the smoke and just sat there. And he's actually going to manage to sneak through. Legia looking to try and go for some peek back. Mir has managed to sneak quite far forward. I don't think he's been heard at all. Kiev is about to be flanked completely. They're right up next to each other. And that'll be a free opening for Mir. Looking for a second as well. And maybe with the ping, he'll still be back on the server. God B, he's got to do it again. He gets 3 quick kills, though. More like God B. Can he get a 4th? Yes, he can. What a round from the in-game leader of Big. What happened? Where has this come from? This man is 18 and 6. He's calling a tactical pause because he wonders if his in-game leader's turned on some sort of aimbot. They're having a sit down just going, okay, look, God. We know you're here normally for tactics. Did you want to be the star today? And you decided, you know, you're gonna toggle, because this is silly now. You're making us look bad. Oh. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And of course we got the 4 spy coming out. Vega Squadron's economy, wow, it rivals that of Greece. Like, I don't know what's been going on here, but every single time they manage to make a little bit of cash, someone comes along and steals it away. Steroids. No, I'm not. I'm tiny. Here we go. Chopper. Straight into mid. Tabson. Down. It will be a trade from Legia. Key finally has his AWP. And surprisingly, he's now hitting shots. It's a miracle. Give an AWP to an AWPer, and he will AWP. Magic. No need to teach a man to AWP. Already does. Here we go. Got beat. Adds another. 19 and 6. All left on to Mr. Hutji. I'm not going to be holding my breath in this one. Galil versus... does manage to take down Nex at least. His position has been given away, so he's going to start running around a little bit more. Yeah, that's a classic code. Give an AWP to an AWPer and he will AWP. It's a bit sneaky. Actually, they're going to go pushing all the way through ramp. I think they may have got this completely wrong. God B's going to go all the way back around. Legia is possibly thinking he's in mid. This is brilliant. Hutchie has played them like a fiddle. He's going to get the bomb now. Wait, what? Oh, he just jumped! No! Plant the bomb. You need the money. You need the money. This is ballsy. He's actually going to hit the headshot to Legia as well. Or at least hit the shot. Is he going to get shot through the wall? That's the real question. Hutchie into a 1 versus 2. He's so low on HP. Surely there's no way. Of course not. God B. Adds another. 20 kills and a half. Now, I want to know. Were there any, like, individual bets that people put on where they thought God B was going to make 20 kills and a half? Because if you did that bet, can you tell me where you found your time machine? Here we go, though. The jumbo sale buy. They've turned up. They've asked for rifles. The guy said, sorry, we haven't got any of those. Well, we got this Galil, but it barely counts. So we're just going to chuck you a load of different weapons instead. A decent amount of utility. And by the looks of things, the strategy book has gone dry for Vega Squadron. Rush A, run straight in, try and overwhelm Mr. B. And this time they will be able to do it, leaving Tabson on the site. But this time he's going to be the star. Quick cleanup, 3 kills for him, and a 9-6 half in favor of Big. Actually not too bad considering they managed to steal away a couple of pistol rounds. In by armor on the last round. You are correct. It's going to be 9-6, so Big off to a strong start. This is the map pick of Vega Squadron as well, one where they really have built up their sort of reputation. Well, obviously, originally it was on Cash when they managed to obliterate Ninjas in Pajamas. But, yeah. Caster is great. Well, if you think the Caster is great, if you type !! Caster in the chat, this magical link will come up, and that takes you to my Twitter. I suppose I shouldn't just sell out myself. If I'm going to sell out, I might as well go all the way. So, also, if you want updates from StarLadder, they have their Facebook group. So, check that out. And also, you can go on their YouTube channel and watch this again. Like, in about a few hours, they're going to put this up, and you can watch it again. Now, if you're already here, I don't know why you do it, but why not? It's free. Go. I don't think we have an ! Facebook or an ! YouTube, but maybe I'll add that for tomorrow if I can be bothered, or I'll get someone else to do it because, you know, like, my job's to talk. Your name is Moist Potato. I like that name. It makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know what you've done to the potato, but I appreciate the name. Where can I buy Tombi's merch? Oh. Oh. Not yet. Chopper. Aggressive as ever. Finds the first kill onto Tabson, but Kiev is going to hit a dink and the second one of that. Only gets 1 kill for it, but he's done a lot of damage. That Molotov does nothing as it explodes in the air, and Kiev's completely blind. Cassandra just hiding in the corner will finally be dealt with. We're back into a 2 versus 2. Bomb currently dropped. Not ideal, but God B still going strong. Only on 20 HP, though. Mir with a decent chance. Already takes down the first. Kiev waiting and hits another headshot. 4 headshots for him. 3 kills to boot. And Big take the pistol. Things just got a whole lot worse for Vega Squadron. Watching YouTube isn't free. Got to pay ISP and electric. Well, technically nothing in life is free. And unless you're paying your electricity bill just for YouTube, then I am going to put that as YouTube is free. It's like, no, I don't need lights. I just need YouTube. What is this? Are they just having like a group huddle? Just, they can't do it in real life right now, so they've decided, let's do it on a bin. The classic loitering spot. Cassandra set up with a flash. I actually quite like this. I'm hoping one of them has made the joke, where have you been? And then one of them's gone, bin's right here. There you go. Worst joke of the day. Thank you very much. Low tier casting. You are correct. You are correct. I'm looking at Big at the moment. They're just like, where are they? Where are these sharks? Oh, don't fuck. Come on. Can something happen, please? They're actually going to push the stack. Well, the bin. This round is trash. That's what this round is. This round is absolute trash. I've been sitting here for over a minute while they slowly walk in. And these guys, they're not giving up. They are convinced that they're coming this way. There we go. They've got it spot on. This is brilliant. Come on. I really want this to work. Just a whole round of them sat on the bin. Here we go. Bomb plant. Bomb plant towards CT. Oh, he's moved. He changes, but they might actually be able to stop him. They're all running out at once. Only 14 seconds left on the clock. If they can deny the plant, they can actually win this round. It should be absolutely ridiculous. Legia's got to go for it, but Kiev just comes around the back. Oh my god. They were 8 seconds away from actually winning. That's insane. The fact that sitting on a bin was almost enough for Vega Squadron to win a round is just beautiful. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. And now we're going to have them on their first buy of this second half. It's going to be a few Fabises, some M4s, barely any utility. In fact, 2 flashbangs and no kit as well. There we go. Already, Cassandra starts things off. Aggression towards this A side, but it is actually going to be the CTs coming out on top for now. Next. Copy all that remain. 2 of the riflers at least. The SMGs have gone. Actually, the aggression into Palace may give a false sense of security for the CT side, although for some reason they've pushed Palace and they're still rotating players towards the A site, which is quite interesting for me. Like, normally this sort of information would actually tell you, okay, the A site is more likely to be clear. Instead, Hutchie is convinced that there's somebody over this side. They actually have no one on B at all. So I don't know if they have some sort of information that I don't have. Well, obviously I do. But there you go. Mir's actually going to catch them pushing towards jungle. That's the bomb down. I have no idea how they knew exactly what was going on, but they did. Perfect read from Vega Squadron. They'll be able to pick up the remaining rifles, win themselves a round, but there will still be somewhat of a buy coming in the next round. Godby a little bit lackluster with the amount of money he has, but the rest of the team are going to be absolutely fine. Go though. All by somewhat on both teams. T-side lacking a little bit in utility, but do have a smoke on the majority of players at least, and looking to try and challenge into middle. Legia, once again, actually has the AWP. This time, it's based off his money. He had the cash to buy up the AWP. Still could have dropped it to Kiev, realistically, and gets given a chance, but won't be able to take it. Back. Back over towards B, just to make sure there's no aggression coming out from this CT side. Chandra's actually just going to re-smoke into middle. Now, this smoke is not a strong smoke, for the T side at least. It's thrown down so the CT side can see over it, and normally you'll see a much deeper smoke thrown by the T side just to actually cover off the whole of the connector. Rotation back from Big. Every single player gathering up to try and hit A. They've actually spotted in mid Cassandra, knowing that there's nobody here, and I think with a little bit of aggression towards B, they're going to find out very quickly that this hit is going to be towards the A site. Mir will instantly start to rotate. This means that Big is actually going to be pushing directly into a stack. Let's see if they can actually pull this off before the rotation gets in. Mir now gets his running shoes on, straight out. Cassandra will get it first. JR burning alive, and actually is Tabson just leading away. Almost gets himself a third kill, but almost isn't quite enough. It's back to a 2 versus 2. Trying to hold off on the crush of the push from Mir. Almost works out. He does manage to get the kill, and there's only 9 seconds left on the clock. It has to be very quick indeed from Kiev. He has to plant, and there's no hope for him in this situation. Money now gone for the German side, and it will be Vega Squadron with a nice read to actually close out that round. Once again, though, next to nothing. Gonna have a couple of P250s, no utility, and by the looks of things, Big are just gonna go running straight towards this B site. Any nades thrown could actually do a ridiculous amount of damage. I think Hutchie's just spotted everything, and that is a colossal grenade to just weaken almost every single player. The Molotov even takes 2. Tabson will at least manage to get 1 back, but that is all. Quick round from Vega Squadron. Utility used perfectly. And it will now be the buy coming back in for Big. Yeah, unfortunately using Auto Director. I'm all alone. I'm a one-man team of caster, producer, director. Not a very good one. I'll give you that. Not a very good one at all. Nade up mid. Do a little bit of damage and chopper. There we go. This is what we expect from Vega Squadron. Sheer confidence in the aggression they pull in already. Another kill will come in, and JR's just cleaning things up at the moment. Already picks up 2 kills from the back of the site. Legia will be there to trade, but they've actually missed out on Mir, who's just sat in the corner. Somehow only gets 1, but it's all right because his teammates are there to trade. AWP is going to be retrieved as well. Already, we are back to an 11-10 scoreline. As said, I'm always impressed by Vega Squadron's CT side. It's just their sheer lack of respect for anybody they play against. Running straight up mid, doing damage. Well, in this round, a bit of an investment coming out from this T side. Tabson and God B have the majority. Nade again, up mid. Not really going to do too much. All this round is for the CT side is to try and make some money. Build up that economy. And that is exactly what they're doing at the moment. Legia will at least be able to pick up 1. However, he's now all alone. Can he get a second? No, he cannot. So again, 4 players survive for the CTs. You can see the cash now starting to really build up. But with the max loss bonus, Big will be able to do the same. And it's another time that Legia is actually picking up the AWP. I don't know if this is like a change that they've made intentionally. ADHD hacker, you've been noticed. You've been noticed. Both teams back on a buy. Once again, we'll be taking that primary AWP role. Be careful, because there's still players. Actually, there's 2 players in ladder room at the moment for the CT side, and they've gone aggressive into ramp. They've abandoned mid in a sense, but they're going to try and take different portions of the map instead, and JR is leading this push with the AWP. He does have to be careful, because Tabson is still lurking. Footsteps may have been heard. A continuous push forward. Tabson just around the corner, and he wins that opening battle. No presence over towards the A site anymore, and the CT side. No, there isn't too much over there. Mir now catches the boost into window as well. Leaves only 2 players left. They're slowly being picked off. Finally, next will be able to return 1 frag. And actually, the run into mid. Mir has no idea that his opponent is at the top. They're slowly giving frags back to Big, and it's going to be another one. Just jumps straight into the crosshair of Keeve. He then does the same to Hutchie. Was expecting a second player to be here, and the flash just about catches him as well. And another round for Vega Squadron. A run of 6. And I'm wondering when a pause will be called for Big. Double AWP setup, pulled in. Some pistols for T-side once again. Looking like they're just going to gather up towards this A site, hit it with a smoke setup. You can see 3 smokes bought up by Big. A bomb plant, well, it will give them a load of extra money. Not that they necessarily need. They'll have a 4-buy going in the next round anyway. Only does a little bit of damage. Next, not going to be too bothered about that. And they've actually got a 3rd player now rotating further towards this A side of the map. Again, it seems like Vega Squadron have the correct read here. Do have the AWP homed in to B side, but there we go. Tabson quickly pushes out. Chopper is dominated. Already finding that opening kill. Now the smokes begin to fall as they try to get a couple more openings in the back lines there. We see JR, however, through the smoke. Cassandra now goes down, and they're actually making this work. JR has to make a big play through the gap. Finds one, a second as well as Hutchie does the same, and now Legia is all that remains. He's picked up a rifle, but JR saves them in this round. 4 kills from the back of the site. And it's going to be 13-11. However, a decent amount of damage done. A bomb plant to boot. There's going to be plenty of money for Big going into the next round. 13-11. 7 rounds in a row now for Vega Squadron. The Germans looking a little bit flat. They're going to get this AWP onto Legia again. It looks like this is like a permanent change because Kiev has enough money. Aggression from JR. He gets hit with the nade and still manages to find the opening pick onto Kiev. He's turned into bad luck Brian at the moment, just finding the frags onto him early in the round. But there goes the nade. It will be the quick trade for the T side. Back to a 4v4. Legia does catch out Chopper as well. They're starting to expect this aggression, but there's just more aggression to be had every single time. And he's even going to get himself a second as well. Tabson now falls trying to trade. And Legia, 1 versus 3. 4 kills needed total in the round to win this. And he doesn't have any control of the bomb whatsoever. This is just impossible. They should know where he is now. I think Cassandra may have heard the drop. Holding more towards the jungle side of things. Maybe he doesn't know. Yeah, with a decent opportunity here. The problem is he doesn't have a lot of time. 40 seconds may seem like a decent amount of time in the round, but well, considering where the bomb is he just going to save? Really? We're going to have another round of just a man sitting on a bin? What this has resorted to. Counter bins. Low bin offensive. Just... Really? Really? Caster sitting there for another 30 seconds. Pretty much spot on. He's been watching. What do you think of the bin? Yeah, I think it's trash. There you go. He will save the AWP at least. They've got enough money to buy back into this round anyway. God. Oh, God. Bin Laden in there as well. Flusher or Zipix? Zipnix or Zipix? Zipix. I like Zipix. Double AWP setup remains. 14-11. The comeback. Well, it's not really a comeback anymore. It's a reality. Vega Squadron just 2 rounds away. They've only lost the pistol and the second round. Other than that... Oh, hello. Nice tag. Doesn't get the kill, but he's done damage to Cassandra at least. Once again, we're seeing the gather up of the T's over towards this ramp spot. Gotta watch it. Chopper is always pushing somewhere. Now, they caught him last time, so they may not expect him to do the same thing again, but he will, but only gets 1. That's going to be a decent trade for the T side, giving them a 4-on-4, which normally favors them, although it seems like Vega Squadron, when they lose men, they seem to come out guns blazing. You're really pushing this with an AWP. Just sheer confidence on this guy. He has no fear. Absolutely no fear. Now they're going to continue this push, trying to catch him out. Cassandra is there to support. Again, he's going to go running through the smoke. Every time they just do these aggressive plays. And this time it works out. JR's burning, but he still peeks. And Tabson is completely blind. That's a nice shot at least. Fortunately, there's no more to be had. 15-11 the last round, or potential last round, is actually going to be one of the worst buys they've had in a while. They can get some AKs, but not so much utility, and no AWP for sure. This is the sort of stuff that Vega Squadron does, though. They just play in a way where you can't do anything. And what's more impressive, there is 3 kills between top and bottom at the moment. It's not like one player's doing the big plays. Every single player is stepping up on this team. Every single player is having a moment or doing something ludicrous. Back to basics for big. It's all onto the A side. There's only one man here. It's Chopper to try and defend the whole thing. He's getting sprayed through the wall. JR looking for that cross. They don't have a smoke. They're just going to keep peeking it, and he'll just take the shots all day. Finally, somebody will use some utility to try and leave him blind, but this is the cost, and he's trying to hit something through the smoke. Can he get this shot? The answer is a resounding no. Mir. Try and get back in. Just waiting for his teammate. They've got Hutchie here as well. Double orb set up on a retake. Definitely not ideal. This should be the round going the way of big. But considering how things have gone, I'm not going to be holding my breath. Push in from CT. Nade actually going to be going out. Hasn't spotted Lagia at all. Has a very good position indeed. And eventually will be taken down. Hutchie just opting to save the AWP. Maybe do a little bit of damage along the way. There we go. Takes down Lagia. And of course, there's so much money left, at least on 3 of the players, that Vega Squadron are going to comfortably buy back into the next round. And, well, at least Big don't have to worry about a reset. Because, well, I suppose they do reset, but they reset by going into map number 2 if they lose. (15-12). God B, pretty sure he's still top fragger in the whole server. Had an impressive first half. I think he got 20 kills in the first half, which mathematically does mean he's only had 5 in this one, but let's ignore that. Once again, fast play. Big just going to go running towards his side, but this time they're prepared, or at least a little bit. They do still lose a couple of players. Cassandra has dropped the bomb in the open and can allow for a quick rotation from the remaining players. Going to be thrown out in towards the connector. All 3 players are actually around this position, or jungle, sorry. Worried that somebody may be trying to flank back through mid. The bomb is still down on the floor. Absent. I don't know if he's actually been spotted here, right on the edge. He's going to be going for the peek, pushes through, and actually gets both players. But the shot from Hutchie takes his head off with the deagle. Lovely stuff to end map number 1. And, well, as said, that has ended map number 1. Even the server's given out at this point. So I'm just going to switch to this screen. But that is, yeah, that's the start that they were looking for. Vega